not a recorded session, so it should be like a live session. So you should be communicate with me. If you have any question in your mind, you can ask me immediately, right? So SD-WAN means SDN solution. What do you mean by the SDN solution? It's a software defined
Network.
network, right? What do you mean by the software defined network? What is your understanding about, guys, software defined network?
Removing the control plane from the data plane from the router.
Okay.
Separate it.
Okay. Anyone else, guys? Great.
Managed by a centralized software.
So first thing is coming here. What will be happen for control plane and data plane? We have a separate device. Basically, we have a three type of the plane, right? Control plane, data plane, and management plane. So your point is there. That means for each and every plane, which technology is using the different type of devices, that is basically is called the SD-WAN solution. That means that is basically providing the SDN solution, right? That is your point. Any technology, which one is giving the option to manage the control plane, we have a separate device. To manage the data plane, we have a separate device. To manage the management plane, we have a separate device. So that is comes under the SDN solution, right? That is your first point. What is the second point? Point one. What is the second point, guys?
Centralized management.
Point number two, it should be provide us the centralized management, right? Okay. What is the another point? Anyone else who can participate, guys?
It provide the flexibility to manage the network easily.
Sorry, can you repeat one more time?
Provide the more flexibility and easier to manage.
Flexibility. We have a flexibility. Okay, that's a great point. Okay, anyone else who can participate, guys? I'm adding some point here also from my end. Point number 4 is to deploy. Easy to deploy. Point number 5 is scalable. Point number 6. Any other point? Segmentation also will be there, right? Easy to deploy. Easy to deploy means what? I'm coming on this point first. Easy to deploy means what, guys? We have, for each type of the deployment, we have a GUI access basically. Any technology. Right now, if I'm talking about the traditional network, in traditional network, what is the challenges, guys?
Command line based.
All the configurations, if you're talking about the traditional network has a problem, guys. What is the main issue with the traditional network? It's a completely CLI based. First thing. So to configure anything, you should have the, doesn't matter you don't know the concept or not, but you should have the idea about the command. If you know the command, then only you can configure, right? If you don't, suppose I know the BGP very well, but I don't know the command. Shall I configure it?
No.
No.
So first problem was the CLI base. Second problem was there, guys, for data plane,
Complex network.
complex network control plane, and management plane. For all these planes, we have a single device. A router is there. Which one is responsible for each and everything? Suppose we have a network. We have a two routers, R1 and R2. I'm just taking an example. This is R1 and R2. There is a switch. There is a switch and there is a PC1 and PC2. What is the IP address here, guys? IP address is 10 dot 10.0.0.2, and here the IP address is 10.0.0.1, and IP address is 20.0.0.2, and here is the IP address 20.0.0.1, and you just want to make the communication between each. All right. So what will we do here, guys? By default, it should communicate PC1 and PC2 together or not? That is my first question.
No.
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 What we have to do to make the communication between the PC1 and PC2?
Routing. L3
Routing.
We have to perform the routing. Okay. To access the routing, what we have to do? We have to first access these devices, right? First, you have to access these devices. Either you have to access through the telnet or SSH, right? So SSH and telnet both are management traffic, right? SSH and telnet both are the management traffic, right?
Right.
Okay, what is the other way instead of SSH or telnet? What is the other way to access these devices, guys? How we can access?
Console.
No, apart from console, we have any other way?
Web access? Is it possible?
Sorry,
Web access?
web access. That is
SSH, HTTPS.
HTTPS. That is also an option, right? So there is a protocol that also we can use, that is called netconf protocol, right? That also we can use to manage the devices. That means netconf traffic, if you're talking about network configuration, that will also come into the management, right? Then control plane. What is the control plane, guys? Here, after access the device, what will we do?
Routing.
You will be perform there the routing, right? So if you are going to perform there the routing, so either you will be use the EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, whatever the routing protocol you are going to use there, guys. These all the protocol will come under the control plane, right? Then once the routing will be done, then after that you can make the communication between the PC1 and PC2. That will become under the data plane. All right. User traffic. So right now, tell me one thing. In this scenario, we have any separate device for each type of the traffic, or the single device is that responsible to manage the all these type of the traffic, right? We have a single router. Which one is responsible to manage the management traffic, to manage the control plane traffic, and to manage the data plane traffic? Are you getting the point, guys?
Yes.
So that is the problem. We don't have a segregation between the management and control plane and user plane, means data plane. We have a single device. Which one is responsible? That is the first point. Okay. So in the SDN solution, what will be happen, guys? We have a separate device for each type of the traffic. Is it okay? Doesn't matter. Under the SDN, there is a multiple technology. I'm coming on that point. Be under the SDN, like SD1 is just also the part of the SDN solution. If you are talking about the ACI, that is also the part of SDN solution. If you are talking about the segment routing, that is also the part of SDN solution. If you are talking about the SD access, that is also the part of the SDN solution. Is it okay? These
Yes.
all the technology comes under the SDN, but I'm just trying to explain you what is the SDN. So into the SDN, first point, there is three, means for each type of the traffic, we have a separate controller, basically you can call it. Okay. And other things, we should have the centralized management. Flexibility, we'll discuss later. Easy to deploy. How it is easy to deploy, guys? Now, into the SDN solution, if you're talking about the CLI based network, CLI means traditional network. So there we have to configure each and everything through CLI. In SDN solution, what we have option, guys? For each and every thing, we have already a template. We have already a user interface. Just give me one moment. My mouse is not working. Sorry, guys. So for each and everything, suppose you want to configure the OSPF. So for OSPF, we have a template. If you want to configure the BGP, we have a template. If you want to configure the quality of services, we have a template. So for each and every configuration, we have already a predefined template. We can just call this that template. We can fill the value according to your requirement, and then after that, you can push on the device. You are getting the point? So easy to deploy. We have already the predefined template. That is the major part of the SDN solution. For each and everything, anything if you want to configure, you don't need to do go on the login on the device and do it manual through the CLI. You just need to jump on the main controller, whatever the controller is there. I will discuss those controller, and you just need to push that, call that template, and whatever the features you want to configure, guys. And according to your requirement, you can pull the value, and then after that, you can push that template on the particular device where you want to push. Doesn't matter it's a single device or 1000 device or 100 device. If you want to deploy it on the 100 devices, you can push it together on the same time. At the same time on the 100 devices. Right? Let me give me one more answer, guys. In traditional network, suppose you need to upgrade the 100 routers. How you can upgrade it? How much time it will take, and what will be the process? Anyone is there, guys, who can help me? Sorry. Anyone is there, guys, who has already worked on the device upgrade? What is the process and how you can do that? Hello?
We can do through the, do have the only option through the CLI, and it will take much more time.
Through the CLI, it will take much more time. That means you
CLI.
have to log in on the device. You have to take a pre-config. Then after that, will be push the iOS. Then after that, you will be upgrade it. Again, after the upgrade, you will be take post check. And then after that, you need to match or each and everything is working or not. So just think about that. If the 100 of the devices are there, then how much time it will take? Right? There in the SDN solution, we have one option, that is maintenance. Under the maintenance, we have option, we can downgrade or upgrade all the devices at a time. Suppose there are 100 devices, we can do it in a single click. You are getting the point, guys? So any technology, which one is providing the solution, centralized means centralized feature, centralized management feature, which one is providing the first point, guys. First point means it is providing the separate device for the control plane, it is providing the separate device for the data plane, it is providing the separate device for the management plane, it is providing the template for means GUI for the each and every type of the configuration. So that we can call that is the SDN based solution. You got the point? What is the SDN based solution? So now in a network, we have a multiple type of the requirement. If you're talking about LAN, how many type of the network we have, guys? LAN, then WAN, then data center, then for service provider have a different requirement, right? So for the LAN, we have a SD access. That is the SDN solution, basically. If you are talking about the WAN, we have a SD-WAN. If you are talking about the data center, then we have ACI. If you are talking about the service provider, so we have a segment routing. You are getting the point? So these all are the technology based on the SDN. Here we are going to cover the SD-WAN basically. What we are going to cover? SD-WAN. We are not going to cover the SD access, ACI or segment routing. We are going to cover here the SD-WAN. Okay. So under the SD-WAN, we have some type of controller. We have some controller and we have some features. Software defined WAN. What is the stand for, guys? SD-WAN? Wide area network, right? Here we have a multiple controllers. What are the controllers? For the management traffic, we have a separate controller to handle the management traffic. We have vManage. That controller name is vManage. For the control plane, we have a separate device. Which one is known as vSmart. For data plane, we have a separate device. Which one is known as VH, or it is, you can call it CH. What is the difference between the VH and CH? I'm coming on that point. And for authentication, we have another device that is called vBond. vBond means what? It is creating a bonding between the controllers and edge devices, basically. Okay. So vBond is the device which one will inform to the V edges and C edges. This is your vSmart and vManage. So V edges and C edges that should be reachable to the vBond. I will configure the lab, guys. I will show you how we can configure. Is it okay? So this is known as also orchestration plane. What is called? vBond is also known as orchestration plane. What is the difference between the V edges? Yeah, you go ahead, Mohsin.
So these all devices are separate hardware devices or virtual?
I'm coming on that point. vManage, vSmart, vBond, these are totally virtual devices. These are not physical. Okay. V edges, it can be physical also, it can be virtual also. And the CSR router, it's completely virtual. Is it okay? These are the vManage, vSmart and V edges. These are the physical virtual device. B edge can be the physical and virtual both, but C edge will be always virtual and B bond will be always virtual. Is it okay? What is the difference between V edge and C edge, guys? Just try to understand. Actual Biptela was the vendor. Which one developed the SD-WAN technology, right? What does Cisco did there, guys? Cisco has now overtaken the Biptela. So Cisco launched their own SD-WAN that is known as Cisco Biptela SD-WAN. What is called? Cisco Biptela SD-WAN. So Cisco deployed the means Biptela was deployed B-manage for management plane, B-smart for data control plane, and VH was there for the data plane. That means VH will be installed on the site. Okay. Now authentication was also developed by the B-bond. Then after that, later what happened? Cisco launched another device that is called CSR router. If you are going to use the CSR router as an edge device, and you are going to use CSR as an edge device, then it is called basically CS. What is called? CS. If you are using the, just think about that, guys. On edge device, what we can use? We can use either the Biptela edge device, either we can use the Cisco edge device. What is the Cisco edge device? CSR. Okay. So if I'm going to use the CSR route device as an edge device, then it is called Cisco. It is called CH. If I'm using the Biptela edge device, then it is called BH. You are getting the point, guys? Hello? Are you okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in SD-WAN, we have these type of the controllers: B-manage, B-smart, BHS, B-bond, and CHS. B-bond and CHS, what is this? These are the edge devices. Okay, just think about that. How the topology will be there, guys? Right now, what are the challenges? If this is your data center, suppose. This is your data center. And here is the MPLS cloud. Another one has this is the MPLS, you can assume. And this is internet. We have edge device. I'm using the traditional network, suppose. Multiple branches are there. Behind the routers, what will be there? Switches will be there. Now in the traditional network, your topology is like this, right? If one user is there who is going to access the another user, can you just tell me what is the path it will take, guys? Suppose PC1 to PC1 to PC2, I'm going to reach there. So PC1 to PC2, which path it will take, guys?
Through the MPLS.
Through the MPLS. Why? Why it is not going to the through internet?
Because it's intranet traffic.
It's an intranet traffic, so it should be go via the MPLS. If MPLS is going down, then
Mm, if there is a connection between the if there is a SSL VPN, no,
Guys,
no.
please, I'm asking with everyone, please participate in the class. If you'll be participate, I will be able to judge your technical things, whatever what you are missing. So I will catch those things also. If you are not going to participate, I don't know you are able to understand or not. So that will be problem for you guys. Okay. Yes, Mohsin, go ahead. Sorry.
There is a if there is uh, form a tunnel, then it's go it's go for the internet via tunnel.
Via tunnel, it
Otherwise,
go for
no.
the. I'm
No,
just
no.
asking with no tunnel. GRE tunnel is not there.
Okay, so it can't
Your point is
be
there. We
communicate.
can what we can do now. It's a good point, guys. He is discussing now. What his point is there. We can make the MPLS and MPLS connection is already there. What we can do for the backup, we can make a GRE tunnel. If the MPLS is going down, then we can go via the GRE tunnel, right? That is your purpose. Your point
Yes,
was
sir.
there. Yes. But suppose GRE tunnel is not there.
So it can't
Then
be communicate. The site is isolate. Site will
that
also
that
isolate.
site will be isolated. That means we can call it it's a transport dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it is transport dependent. Traditional network is also what is the another issue? It's a transport dependent. If MPLS is going down, then it will not able to reach from one location to another location until or unless if you have a GRE tunnel. Okay, if you have a GRE tunnel, then what is the issue with the GRE tunnel?
Not secure.
Not secure. Great. So for to make the security, what we can do?
IPsec.
IPsec tunnel.
IPsec. That means we can make the basically GRE over IPsec, right?
Right.
Or we can make the IPsec tunnel also. But first preference, if you are going to give the in IPsec also there is a policy based tunnel and route based tunnel, guys. Okay. So I'm not going to discuss those things. Just we can what we can use IPsec tunnel for the security means IPsec data will be secure. It will be end-to-end encryption basically, right? So logically, if you can see the topology, what is the option, guys? We have an option. We can do the load balance also. We can reach to the PC2 via MPLS and via internet both. But unfortunately, in traditional network, it is not happening. Even if the MPLS is going down, we will not able to reach the PC2, right? Logically. So it
Right,
was
sir.
also the problem with the traditional network. It was the transport dependent and it was not basically the secure. Security, what was the security level, guys? We have to configure the IPsec manually if we want to maintain the security also, right? So in SD-WAN, what we have option, guys? It's a transport independent. We are not going to depend on the transport. What do you mean by this? In SD-WAN, what will be happen? Between both sides, automatically what will it will be formed? It will be formed the IPsec tunnel. What it will form, guys? IPsec tunnel. If we are going to use the SD-WAN, are you getting the point? Automatically, what will be happen between the both side? It will be form the it will form the IPsec tunnel from here to here. And IPsec tunnel, if it is going form, guys, so what it will do? It will do the load balance. If this piece by default, it will do the ECMP. ECMP stand for equal cost multiple path. It will do there the load balance. Traffic will be moved from. It will come to there, and from here it will go like this. Okay. That is the important thing. It's a good feature or bad feature? Automatically it will form the IPsec tunnel and it will do the ECMP, right? We don't need to put any extra effort here now. So it's a good feature or bad feature?
Good.
Is it okay? So up to this point, do you have any question, guys? Is it fine? Now, another point is that if MPLS is going down, still it has the another path. We can move from here to here through the IPsec tunnel. And even what is the main thing? We don't need to create the IPsec tunnel manual here now. It will auto form the IPsec. Right? If you know the IPsec, so it will basically form the route-based IPsec tunnel. If you know the IPsec, guys, so there is two types basically, policy-based IPsec and route-based. So basically here it is from the route-based. Is it okay? So first point, it is not a platform independent. It will do the by default load balance. Second thing, guys, suppose your purpose is there. Some application is there behind this LAN 1, if you can assume. There is some application. All the user are accessing that application. And what is your requirement for that particular application? It should be use the internet. For normal traffic, it should be use the MPLS. For like chat traffic is there, like HTTP traffic is there, web traffic, chat traffic is there. It should be use the internet. Right? Another transport. You are getting the point. So we don't have a option in traditional network, but in SD-WAN, we have an option that is called application aware routing, AAR, application aware routing and deep packet inspection. What we can do, we can perform anything. Suppose your purpose is there, no HTTP traffic should be used the internet transport. Chat traffic should be used the internet transport. Rest all the traffic should be used the MPLS transport. So what should be happen? Should we use the different transport here? So transport, how you can identify this is the different transport? So in SD-WAN, we have an option that is called T-lock. What is the option? So T-lock is a major player in the SD-WAN, guys. So you have to understand the T-lock. What is the T-lock? Transport locator. Under the T-lock, basically there is three things. First one is the system IP. Second one is there under the T-lock, there are three things. First one is system IP. Transport locator. First one is system IP. Second one is
Color.
color, yes. And third one is encapsulation. So this is suppose a device. So what I can set here the color. System IP just like a router ID. So router ID will be always same. Router ID will be always. Then suppose of this device, what is the router ID? Do you know about the OSP of router ID, guys? Right? Similarly, we need to set up a router ID. Suppose router ID, I'm going to set it for 1.1.1. Encapsulation by default, what will be the encapsulation, guys?
DTS.
IPsec. Color. If it is coming from the MPLS, then what we can do? We can set the color name MPLS. All right. Another one. System IP will remain same. Encapsulation will be IPsec. And color will be there. Biz internet. Or internet, whatever the color you are going to, just like you can understand like in OSPF, if you know about, guys, that there was tagging. What we can set? We can set the tag. So if I'm talking about the R1, so R1 has how many T-lock? There is 2 T-lock. One is this, another one is this. So if behind this R1 there is a route 10/8, so this router will get this 10/8 from the 2 locations. One is it will get it from this T-lock, another one is it will get it for this T-lock. You are getting the point, guys? Means T-lock is just a transporter, and under the T-lock there are 3 attributes: system IP, color, and encapsulation. You are getting this point? So just tell me one thing, in the normal routing protocol, if I'm going to use, if normal routing protocol we are going to use, yeah, Jane, are you asking something? Sorry, I missed your message.
Hello?
Yeah, you are
Sir?
asking something. You drop the message in hello.
So I have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The color name, for instance, when my traffic is coming through MPLS,
Yes.
is it possible to give another name to my color name, like my
Yeah, color
own
name you can
MPLS?
color name you can give anything. There is multiple
Anything,
color
yeah.
name. Even you can custom also. You can custom
Okay.
option is also there. You can give it anything.
Okay.
It's just a attribute of your T-log. And later what you'll be doing, you'll be manipulate your traffic according to your T-log. Okay. So just try to understand, guys. Are you okay with this? Just try to understand. There is any routing protocol which one can extend the T-log between the 2 devices? You know any routing protocol? Similarly, normally what will be happen? Between the 2 router, if you are going to use the EIGRP, OSPF, BGP, if they are going to extend the route in the next hop, what they will be forward, guys? They will forward the next hop IP, right?
Right.
But here for a network, for a subnet, we are not going to forward the next hop IP. What we are going to forward? We are going to forward the T-log. This subnet is coming from this T-log. You are getting the point. So we don't have any routing protocol which one is can exchange between the 2 router. It can extend the T-log. So we have another protocol, guys, that is called OMP protocol. What is the name of that protocol? OMP, Overlay Management Protocol. And one more thing, the router here, they are not going to extend the route directly. How they are going to extend the route? There is a vSmart, and between the vSmart and vEdges, these are the edge devices will be there, guys. Between the vSmart and vEdges, the protocol will work, that is called OMP protocol. Which protocol will work, guys? OMP. So what it will do, he will forward this route to vSmart, and vSmart will forward this route to. So that means all the control plane who will be managed, vSmart will manage. You are getting it? And between the vSmart and vEdges, which protocol will work here, guys? OMP protocol will work here. Okay? But we are not going to configure anything on vSmart. We will access the vManage. We will configure everything on vManage, and vManage will push the configuration on vSmart, and vSmart will work accordingly. You are getting the point? If any policies, if you're talking about any policy, the policy also we are not going to directly push it on vSmart. Here is the OMP protocol that we are basically going to use between the vSmart and vEdges. Which one is responsible to extend the route between the vEdges and vSmart? And between these vEdges, they are not going to extend the route directly. Yeah, control plane, they will be always extended by the vSmart, but the data plane between the 2 sides, they will be extended directly through the IPs external. If you know the BGP, guys, in BGP route reflector concept is there. What is the route reflector concept? All the route is going to exchange via the route reflector, but the data plane will be exchanged between the two devices directly, right? or you can compare with the OSP of DR and DR others concept. There also what will happen? Control plane traffic is going to exchange by the DR, but the data plane is going to exchange by the exchange between the two DR others directly. Similarly, here the control plane traffic is going to exchange by the B smart, but data plane traffic between the two BAJs that will be exchanged directly. You are getting the point, guys? Hope everyone is getting this point, guys. Do you have any question, guys, up to this point? Please, guys, participate in the class. If you have any question, query, you can ask me.
No, sir.
Is it okay? Okay, one more thing. There is also the concept about the segmentation. What do you mean by the segmentation? Do you know about the VRF? Anyone is there, guys, who has idea about the VRF?
Yeah, it's separating the traffic
Sorry?
from customer to customer, separating the traffic or the subnets
Okay. Anyone else?
or virtual routing,
Forward.
virtual routing inside the routing table.
Yeah, we can call it basically VRF. We are using to split the routing table. Just like a VLAN. VLAN is under the switch. We are splitting a single physical switch into the multiple virtual switch. Similarly, in the router, we can split a single router into the multiple virtual router. That is called VRF, right? Similarly, we have a segmentation in SD-WAN that is known as VPN here now. What is called? VPN. VPN 0 for transport. VPN 512, which one is known as management VPN. These two VPN is already created. We don't need to create it. How many VPN we can create it there, guys? 0265535. This is the range of the VPN. 0 and 512 is already created there. We can't be use these two. Rest all the VPN we can use, that is called service VPN. What is known as service VPN. You are getting the point, guys. So what we can do, we can keep it separate, guys. Transport VPN. These all the interface. What I will do, I will make it into the, and I will keep it under the transport VPN, VPN 0. And this interface, which one is going our LAN side, that I will keep into the different VPN. VPN I can use 100. That is into the different VPN. This is called service VPN, where the actual user is there. So security is also very high. If someone is trying to attack, so that will be up to the transport VPN. It is not going to beyond the transport VPN. So that means it is not going to impact the user traffic. You are getting the point. So segmentation is also there in the SD-WAN. Service VPN, what is called? This is the service VPN. Behind the inside the LAN. That is the service VPN. And these are I will keep into the VPN number 0. That is transport VPN. Okay. And we manage will be there. So we manage whatever there is two interface of the we manage, suppose. So what I will do, I will keep this interface under the VPN 0. This interface, suppose there is a switch, this interface I will keep into the VPN 512. And what I will do, here will be my admin PC. That admin PC will access the we manage through the management VPN, and then after that, we can configure everything from here now, from this PC to this we manage. You are getting the point, guys? So VPN 5.2, VPN 0 is already created there. We don't need to create this one. It is already created. What we'll do, we'll set up a service VPN. Service VPN we will use for the LAN user. You are getting the point, guys? For the LAN users, we'll use the service VPN. If you have any question up to this point, you can ask me. Okay, tell me one more thing, guys. Suppose there is a subnet 10.0.0.0/24. Another subnet is there 10.0.1.0/24. Is it okay? Suppose my purpose is there, this subnet should not be forward anywhere. This subnet should be forward everywhere. Or this subnet should not be forward on a particular, suppose 100 sites are there. All these 100 sites. For rest, all the location it should be forward. In traditional network, how you can achieve it, guys? It will be very easy or difficult. Suppose you have a 500 site, your point is there. This subnet should not be forward to the 100 site, but rest all the 400 site it should be forwarded. Will be easy to manage it or will be difficult it? Hello?
It will be difficult to manage.
It will be very difficult, guys, right? It is not easy task. That also we can achieve into the SD-WAN. Maximum, if we are going to use the SD-WAN features, obviously we are going to use the SD-WAN, so we'll use the feature templates and device template. On a single template, we just need to change it and we can propagate the information everywhere what you want, right? Or if in the policy, you can make the single change and you can apply that policy, right? So it will not take more than 5 to 10 minutes if you are going to do this thing with the SD-WAN. You are okay with this, guys? So basically what we are going to learn in our SD-WAN solution, complete SD-WAN, these are the topic I guess I have already shown you guys in the last week, but still I'm just going to show you because of today we have already discussed some basic things. So where is it? Basically, we are going to discuss this one, SD-WAN features and Cisco SD-WAN. Okay, one more thing, guys. Now the Cisco has also launched their own edge devices. CSR was also there. Now the 8K switches 8K routers was coming. That one is supporting the SD-WAN also. So that one is known as basically the Catalyst SD-WAN. So I will try to get the image for that one also, and I will try to show you for those one also, guys. Okay. We are going to discuss the controller functionality. Once we'll do the step-by-step configuration, guys, it will be very easy to understand, will not be difficult. Edge devices we have already discussed. Basic part, this part almost basic we have already discussed. SD-WAN technology we are going to discuss about what is the VPN 0 and 5.2 and the rest all the VPN service VPN. What is the use of the color? That is basically the transport identifier, you can call it, guys. What is the T-log? That we are going to cover. Then we need to implement the CA certificate, CA server. What is the use of the CA server, guys? Here the CA server we have to make. Basically, we have to install the certificate. On the controller, we need to install the 2 certificate. How many controllers are there, guys? vManage, vBond, and vSmart. These are the controllers, right? So on these controller, we need to install the 2 certificate. One is the root certificate. Another one is the identity certificate. And for the edge devices, V edge or C edge, we just need to install the root certificate and we need to register it on vManage. That we have to perform. So these certificate that we are going to in the real production network, by guys, what will be happen? There will be IIM team from where you'll be get the certificate. But in here, what we don't have any IIM team or anything. We are going to use the Microsoft server and that will be used for the CA server. And from that Microsoft server will generate the certificate. You are getting the point? Hello? So we have to implement the CA server also. From the CA server will generate the root certificate that we need to install on vManage. And once on the vManage, we are going to add the vBond and vSmart. Automatically, what will be happen? The root certificate will be pushed on the vBond and vSmart, but the identity certificate, we have to install it individual. Root certificate only we need to install on vManage, and once we'll add the vBond and vSmart on the vManage, then automatically what will be happen, guys? Root certificate will auto push, but identity certificate we have to install. On V edges and C edges, what are the step, guys? We have to install the root certificate and we have to register on vManage. So tell me one thing. To register on vManage, first, what is the requirement? V edge or C edge that should be reachable to the vManage, right? So that means basic configuration, we have to do it individual on the devices, which configuration is known as skinny configuration. What is called? Skinny configuration. Right now, just try to understand. I just want to manage a edge device through the vManage. So first of all, what should be happen? That edge device should be registered on vManage, right? Hello? So that means what is the basic requirement? There should be a reachability between the V edges and vManage. Is it okay? So to make the reachability, we have to push the basic config. That basic config is called skinny configuration. Rest all the config, once it to be registered on vManage, rest all the configuration will do it through the vManage, but basic configuration we have to push, guys. So I will show you what are the skinny configuration. You are getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
So we have to implement the CS server also. Where it is open? Yeah. So CS server, how we can implement that also practically we are going to do skinny configuration, basic configuration. We have to do some basic configuration on vManage. We have to do some basic configuration on vBond and vSmart through CLI and through GUI also. I will show you how we can do that. Then we'll discuss about the VH CLI initial configuration, how we can configure the VHs, skinny configuration, CHs, skinny configuration, then how we can install the root certificate on vManage and VH on CH, and how we can register these edge devices on vManage. That will do. Okay. Then feature templates. These are the templates we will discuss. Device template. Because of there is a concept, first we have to make we have to make the feature template. Then after that, all the feature template will fall under the device template, and then after that, finally physical device will be attached with the device template. Okay, we will discuss about the configuration. VPN 0, VPN 512, VPN 0 and VPN 512 for the V edges and C edges using the templates. For the vSmart also we'll discuss. Then after that, configure the internal network in routing protocol. Means basic, obviously, what will be happen? If this is your edge device, so behind there will be a L3 switch, right? So between the edge device and L3 switch, there will be a routing. So internal routing also, we are not going to configure anything on the device manually. will push it through the vManage. So internal OSPF, how you can configure, external through the between the MPLS and edge router, might be it can be run the BGP or it can be the OSPF. That also how we can push this configuration. Those all the configuration will do it by the vManage. Is it okay? So then after that, policy is coming, configure the application aware routing, traffic engineering also will discuss, route filtering also will discuss here, guys. Configure the hub and spoke using the custom policy, using the T-locks, how we can do that. Configure the controller in the cloud. These all the things will do. These all the topics basically we are going to cover under our SD-WAN solution. These are the topic, and these all the topic to cover. These all the topic will perform the actually 35 labs. So these are the labs basically we are going to cover. Okay. Up to this point, do you have any question or query, guys? You can ask me if you have any question or query. Anyone is there, guys, who has any question, query? It will take around the maximum, max to max. For me, it will take 6 weekends, guys. So 6 weekends means 1.5 months maximum it will take. Within 1.5 months, I will complete all the syllabus.
So just the labs is going to be individually, but they all going to be at the end one complete lab for the whole topology, right?
No. We have a 2 topology. We are going, let me check it is running. So basically 2 topology, we are going to cover all these things. We are going to use the 2 topology. Let me check it's working. Yes. So this is my second lab. This lab also will cover, and apart from that, we are going to basically start from this one.
We can see.
Not visible.
Sorry?
You have to
Not
share
visible.
it. We are still sharing the PDF.
Why? Let me stop and share it again. Everyone is facing the same issue, guys.
Yes.
Now it's visible.
Sorted screen
Just
share.
sharing.
Is it visible, guys?
No, it's loading, I think.
What happened?
Not yet.
Hello.
Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
Yes,
now
now it's
visible.
Can you just
So I don't know, internet has some issue, I guess, or the Zoom has some issue. I don't know. I guess there is some issue with the Zoom. My internet connection is
can you
good.
just share it?
Are you able to see now?
It's visible now.
Yeah. So this is my first lab, which one we are going to cover. So I will initialize the vManage, vSmart, vBond, CS server also. Then after that, I'm taking that example. This is my MPLS cloud. This is the internet cloud. Okay. This is the CSR router. As CH we can consider now. These are my VHS. Behind this CSR router, I'm using a router that I'm assuming the LAN network. Basically, instead of the router here, what will be there? It will be a L3 switch in the real production network. Core switch will be there, right?
yes.
But I'm using here the router. Doesn't matter. You can, if you want, you can use the L3 switch. It is your wish, guys. And this is the first lab and second lab. This one I'm going to cover. Let me close this one. So these 2 labs we are going to basically cover end to end. So to complete all the topic, we are going to cover these 2 labs. Okay.
Okay. What version are you using?
It's a 19 version actually, but I will show you in this lab what I will do. I will update the vManage version, that is 20.9 something is that.
Okay.
Okay. Version is not a big deal. Version is just an interface little bit changed. Means dashboard is basically little bit changed. Rest all the things are same.
And also we need a one seed edge router.
Yeah, CS router you can see here now.
Responsible.
ASB, even I will use
C-
the SF firewall also in CS router in my previous lab, you can see there.
Okay. The certificate server will be gonna be a Windows server or
Windows
what?
Server 2016 I am using here now for the CS server.
2015. Okay, we need to download that one also. Okay.
Okay. So guys, anyone have any question again? You can ask me.
Are you, I'm sorry, just, are you gonna do
The
any?
server which you are using for the certification installation, right? Correct, right?
Sorry.
The server, the Windows,
Can you repeat one more time?
the server which we are going to use for certificate installation, correct, right?
Certificate installation. Yeah, CS server I'm going to make. I will make it. Do you know about the AD server? Means Windows server have a multiple features. We can use for the DNS. We can use for the DHCP. We can use for the CA server. So we are basically going to use one feature of this Windows, that is CA server. Basically, that is not our role in the organization. That will be getting by the IAM team. But here we are doing it.
Like if we configure like a vManager, vSmart and all, then the certification configuration is it's like a standardization or else it's going to do something in the SD1 ongoing process. So what is that is the server which it will suppose just standardization, or that's it.
Standardization, that for the authentication purpose basically we are using. If you are not going to push the certificate on the vManage on vSmart or vBond, then you will be not able to perform any single lab.
Actually, as per my understanding, the SD1 which is going to perform the pushing our configuration, right? Just configuration, correct, right?
Configuration of the device on the devices, yes.
Devices. It means maybe there is a Cisco devices in these devices where where it is the certification and all. I didn't get you, sir. What is that?
What is the role of the certificate?
Certificate, what I understood is a standardization and is an authentication.
For the authentication purpose we are going to use. Hello?
Oh, I didn't get this other the authentication, which is authenticated with in the policy.
This is the VH, right?
Yeah, correct.
How this VH will get this information? Who is my vManage? Might be in the network, can be the another vManage. So
Yes.
the same root certificate need to be installed on vManage also and need to be installed on the VH also. Then only that vManage can push the configuration on this VHS. So there is two conditions. First, it should be root certificate, same root certificate should be installed on both devices. And second, it should be registered on vManage. So how this VHS will get this information? Who is my vManage? That is going to propagate by the vBot. This is your vManage. And this is your vSmart.
The 1 minute, while we are pushing the configuration, whatever it is not going to hit the directly. So there is in between.
Configuration push will become later. First of all, this device should be registered, right?
The VH, okay.
But first of all, this should be registered. If the root certificate is not installed on this VH, you will be not able to register it on. Got the point?
I'm getting the point. It's like what I understood now. Once we push the configuration, it is going to hit the VH. Then the VH is transferring the accordingly in distributing the configuration to the whatever it is in the endpoint. Correct. That's what I understood.
Yeah, configuration is going to push on this VHS. Yes.
From
the vManage.
Oh,
Okay.
Getting.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, are there any lab on high availability or something? Let's say you have 1 edge or
Yes, I have this lab there. You can see now.
So one more
This is
question.
the
This
region
the
and
VH which we are like we have n number of branches. Then each branches there should be a one. Is it like a virtual device or is it like it should be the hardware appliance?
hardware appliance. It can be
So
virtual and hardware also, but
so all the
yes.
branches wherever we have a like a IPsec configured, whatever the branches we are going to install the hardware appliance also VH hardware appliance. Correct, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What we'll do basically, what is the purpose of this one? These all for V edges. I will configure here the device template. Under the single device template, we'll call the feature template. And
Okay.
under the single device template, I will attach these all the V edges. You are getting
Okay.
the point. And anything, if you want to push on all the configuration, you just need to go to the feature template. You just need to make the change. Automatically, that configuration will be pushed it on all the V edges. Which one is using that same device template? You are
Okay,
getting
the one more point. Actually, the configuration which we are pushing from the root level, the VEdge will do like just like VEdge is not an intelligent device, right? Correct, right? Whatever he receiving, he will share the nest hop. Correct, right? That's
yes,
it, right?
yes.
Oh, okay, okay. The decision maker is our head of.
Ultimately, basically, what is happening here? The all the config you are going to make to the feature template and device template. Basically, you are going to, that means the feature template or device template, that is the GUI. But once it is going to push the configuration on these devices, it will be convert into the CLI.
Okay.
Those all the configuration will be converted into the command line, and
Hmm.
those configuration command will be executed on these devices. Kind of automation you can assume it now. So once we'll do the practical, I will show you. You are going to configure the device template or feature template, and once you are going to push the configuration on the devices, it will auto convert into the CLI format command line. I will show you the command line, what you selected and what you are getting the CLI.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, getting it.
Yeah. Anyone else, guys, who has any question? Anyone is there, guys, who have any question? So basically, guys, these all the topic module today was just intro session. So I guess we have you have got all the your queries, right? So now we are from tomorrow onwards, we are going to start the lab, and I will show you the step by step each and everything. How we can make the CA certificate, how we can install the, how we can initialize the vManage, everything I will show you. What are the skinny configuration? So before today leaving the class, guys, if you have any question or any query, you can ask me.
we're gonna have access today to the lab? I mean, to the topology of file?
Yeah, lab access will provide you the lab access, guys. But that time, it will be not for 24/7. It should be like, first we'll make the Excel sheet when you are all means according to your feasibility, we'll provide you the lab access. But it is for like 2 hours, 3 hours in a day.
If I wanna build it my own, if
If
can
you
I just
have a
need
RAM more than 64 GB, definitely I will help you to build the lab.
okay.
Because of RAM is minimum required, that is 64 GB.
Okay, yeah. If I
So-
can get the EVNG file, that would be nice.
Yeah. So if you have the EVNG, if you have the more than 64 GB RAM, so definitely I will help you how you can build your lab.
Puneet, I loaded a VVNG and VMware is there. I need a help from the configuring the SD1 device.
So what are the configuration of your server or laptop?
Actually, I having a i7 and 11th generation is an advanced level.
Okay, what means how much RAM is there? 64, 128?
Around 16 GB showing the consume.
No,
Yes.
RAM is 16 GB and then it will not work. You
will
can
not
check
work.
the RAM. It should be minimum 64 GB, guys.
60?
4 GB. Right now,
60.
whatever the server I am using, guys, it has 128 GB RAM.
Oh, sorry, I don't. I have only 16 GB.
No, so on 16 GB, it is not possible to make it, guys.
Okay. No.
Okay, so you can access our server, guys, to do the lab.
Okay.
I have a 96. So
You have
I have 96. Yes.
96, then it will be fine. It will work.
Okay.
Yeah, guys.
Puneet,
Acha,
do
yes.
you will share any
Yeah,
document?
yes, I will share you in the WhatsApp group. You can just share your email ID, guys. So what I will do tomorrow, I will share the document also.
Oh,
Required
okay.
software also. If you have a server, you can build it. And one more thing, required software and documents also I will share with you guys. And the videos also. Today lecture means every lecture video will be getting to the same Google Drive. Okay.
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 And one more request is, guys, for tomorrow onwards, only the class will be at start at 9:30 for only tomorrow, means half an hour late.
Cool.
Okay, from the next weekend again the time will be on same 9 p.m. But only for tomorrow it will be on 9:30.
Okay.
Half an hour late, right? Only for tomorrow. From the next Saturday, Sunday, because of I have another work tomorrow actually, so I will be busy. So I will join 15-20, I mean 15-20 minutes. So it's late. So it's better if you can keep it on 9:30 p.m. IST.
No issue, sir.
For only tomorrow. From the next Saturday, Sunday, it will be on same time.
Okay.
Okay, noted, sir.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So from tomorrow, basically, we are going to start our lab.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your patience. Good night.
Thanks a lot.
And
sir.
drop your email ID in the group, guys. I will share the documents and the videos by tomorrow only.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
team.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.